Invincible Season 3 has just finished, and it's pretty easy to say that this is the best season we've had so far, and this is the start of the change in the superhero genre, and that's all because of the superhero genre has recently been plagued by excessive movies and just poorly made ones, resulting in an overwhelming feeling of just meh. Season 1 of Invincible looked to be following that same path until the end of the first episode. After that, people, along with myself, got hooked, and it's not just because of the insane fights, it's because of the writing, the storytelling, and the acting that made everyone stay and watch every single episode. And it gets even better this season. The first 3 episodes got me really excited, and I was honestly really scared with how quickly after Season 2 it was coming out, but I will say I was very surprised. Before I get into anything, there will be heavy spoilers for this video. If you have not watched Season 3, somehow go watch it now. Season 3 covered from issue 46 to I think issue 65. It's personally some of my favorite moments in the comics and a real turning point for the story, and something that they adapted very well. The writing in Invincible is easily one of the best things about the show. They make each character have their own moment and their own arcs throughout the season without having too much clutter. One of my favorite arcs is in the beginning where Mark and Cecil have their conflict because of Cecil using D.A. Sinclair and Darkwing. They go back and forth with their ideals, with Mark going with a very black and white approach with good people are good and bad people are bad, while Cecil is more in the approach that bad people can be used to do good. I really like this as an intro to this season. We get a little bit of Cecil backstory and why he even thinks this way, and it's all really well done. They tell this story so well that you can see both sides, and there really is no actual right answer. This then leads to Mark and some of the other Guardians splitting up and going on their own to figure out who they actually are as a character, and this also develops one of my other favorite character arcs this season, and that's Rex. Rex went from the funny asshole to just being funny and a likable character, and it's very bittersweet. Even though I knew he was gonna die, they just changed it from the comics just enough to make it even more sad. Shrinking Ray in the comics was actually a guy and a very unimportant character. He was actually killed off where Ray almost died with Komodo Dragon, but in the show we see Rex and Ray start to get into a relationship just so you can start to feel happy for them just before they can kill him off. I do wish they would have done more with his death in the episode. I wasn't a fan of how they kind of cut away from the explosion and I had to hear a Billie Eilish song and a compilation of all the other dead people that I don't really care about. I feel like they could have just done more with that moment and if they held on to it a little longer. But what's good writing without good actors? The best thing in Invincible is the voice acting. They have an absolutely stacked cast, and that's probably where a lot of the budget goes. Everyone in this season is voice acted so incredibly well, and a new addition is none other than Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul did a very good job as Powerplex. He did well playing the mentally broken man, and it is honestly sad to see him go. He was only there for 2 episodes, and I'm pretty sure Powerplex is not important later in the comics and doesn't really show up after this. They could change this in the show, but I really doubt that will happen, especially because Aaron Paul's probably an expensive actor to pay. Another standout for me this season is Walton Goggins as Cecil. He's a perfect choice for this character, and is part of the reason why Cecil has become one of my more favorite characters in Invincible. But I do have to say the best voice acting has got to go to Steven Yeun. Steven Yeun has had his work cut out for him this season, not just with his own mark, but with 18 other versions of Invincible, each with their own unique way of talking.
These two giving you trouble?
Fuck off!
I got this. Swearing doesn't make you cool.
Help! I don't want to not be living! Oh, someone misses their mommy. Ekstrom! You're dead! I wouldn't even keep you as a slave in my empire!
And I loved episode 7, and I was really scared with how they were going to do it, because I feel like I know it was only 1 issue in the comics, but I feel like it could have been a little longer. I think we could have just spent a little more time with some of the Invincibles and some of the fights, maybe even making it an hour 10 minutes long, but it probably would have taken away from the animation quality, which was very good this episode and easily the best other than episode 8. And speaking of episode 8,
stand ready for my arrival, worm.
So I just watched episode 8. This is recorded right after episode 8 came out. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, as you can see. Actually, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm very tired, but I thought it would be a lot cooler if I actually do my basically live reaction of episode 8. If you can't tell by how like shaky this episode was, more than I honestly thought it was gonna be. This is the best, I think, everything we've had in Invincible so far. It's really good. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Conquest is up. It's very close up there to one of my favorite characters, dude. Like closing in an Omni-Man. This episode was just so cool. The animation this episode, I was like taken back. You've established that this is your art style, whatever. If I get to see animations and fights like that once, or maybe we can up it to twice once this, this is definitely gonna make a lot of money for Amazon. Maybe seeing the fights like this once or twice a season. Holy shit. I want more of this. I want more. I can't wait for Conquest to come back. The rest of the variants, all the other people. I just want more. And for them to keep that up for like 30 minutes, the fights was around like 30 minutes long, I think, and then the rest of the episode went back to normal. But to keep that up for 30 minutes excuses everything they did before. I don't care if people are still going to complain. That's what people do. People still complain. The choreography, like the shot selection, like the angles from everything. Oh my God. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Conquest, I apologize on behalf of myself, because in the beginning I was like, meh, and I didn't think it sounded bad. I just didn't think he sounded old. I don't even care. On behalf of everybody, thank you. And I am sorry. You did a great job. I'm gonna be honest. You just did a great job. This dude got up in Invincible's ear like this, just telling him how he's lonely, he's sad, he feels like crying. And then you know what he does? Just fucking choking him out. Steven Yeun did a great job. Even I don't know the kid's name, sorry, who voiced Oliver, also did a good job pretending to be ripped in half. God dang it, I forgot Eve's voice actor. I'll put it up on screen. You all did an amazing job. I am blown away by this episode, but I'm gonna go to bed because it's 4 o'clock in the morning and I got a video to work on.